A senior name leaves WWE. TNA Wrestling in trouble. What's going on with Drew McIntyre? And more. I'm Oli Davis, and this is the WrestleTalk News.
Support WrestleTalk!
Listen, son or woman person, you're growing up. You're gonna experience new feelings. You'll start seeing the world from a different perspective. So it's time we had the chat. When two large corporate entities love each other, they screw. They screw for ages. And just when you think they're done, they're actually just taking a breather because they just start screwing again. What I'm trying to say, kid, is WWE and UFC merging was a big deal, and the ramifications are still being felt. The deal was first announced back in April 2023, and the legal work was finally completed 6 months later in September. As expected, amongst the many seismic changes in the company operations and culture, a lot of people lost their jobs. Over 10 on-screen wrestlers were released, including big and long-term names like Dolph Ziggler, Matt Riddle, and Mustafa Ali. Many executives and office personnel were laid off as their jobs were made redundant once departments merged with the UFC. And even Vince McMahon wasn't safe, where he was removed entirely from creative, which would now be run exclusively by Triple H. Not all releases are immediate, though, as handovers have to be completed, or the new TKO corporate overlords want to see who is best for their new direction. In 2024 already, 5 months since the merger was officially completed, we've seen Kevin Patrick removed from commentary, NXT wrestler Amari Miller didn't have her contract renewed, and on February 7th, the longtime host of The Bump, Matt Camp, was released, surprising a lot of people behind the scenes. Vince McMahon left as well, but that was kind of a different situation. Now PW Insider is reporting Jennifer Pepperman has also departed WWE, citing this was her decision to leave rather than her being released. But who is the Pepperman? Pepperman had been with WWE since April 2017 as a senior writer and producer, working primarily on the SmackDown Women's division in recent years. Before joining WWE, she had worked as a producer and director on a number of soap operas. Raw General Manager Adam Pearce was the first to acknowledge Pepperman's departure, posting on X. Shout out to Jennifer Pepperman. I've always appreciated your creativity, passion, and the countless times you've given to help me and others backstage over the years. I'll miss your energy, but I know you'll be great wherever you may roam. My gratitude forever. Heart emoji, praying hands emoji. Unlike Pepperman, who left on her own accord, Kevin Patrick was released by WWE. But thankfully, he's landed on his feet to then dribble past 3 players and score a touchdown. Sports. Apple TV has announced their Major League Soccer 360 show will be led by new host Kevin Egan, which is Kevin Patrick's real name, who previously served as a game play-by-play announcer. But they aren't the only names we might not see in WWE soon, as a major star still hasn't reportedly re-signed with the company. Before I tell you all about that, though, and the developing situation at TNA, here's a teaser for our new video going live tomorrow. America's greatest TV show of recent times is one of familial betrayal, corporate treachery, sexual scandal, and succession. I am, of course, talking about Monday Night Raw. The Fall of the McMahons is our latest essay video here from WrestleTalk. Thank you so much to all of you who sent nice messages in about our Bloodline Family Tree Explained video. We're all really proud of it, but you know, a lot of the time in this content business, the stuff you put the most time and effort into absolutely fails. It gets like 3 views. So to see everyone sharing it, and keep sharing it, please do, and saying such nice things has been really rewarding for me and the team, because remember, it ain't just me researching and producing those, they're massive. It's Pete, it's Kelly, it's Ellis, it's Brandon. Let's get a thank you to all of those people chant in the comments down below. If you want to see us keep making videos like that, please subscribe and enable notifications to always on so you know first when the Fall of the McMahon's video goes live. And consider supporting us at patreon.com/WrestleTalk, which helps fund those productions. Back to the news! Drew McIntyre leaving WWE confirmed has been rumoured and speculated on for almost a year, when he took time off following WrestleMania 39. It was reported that his contract would be expiring in April 2024, but that's okay. Everyone's just waiting for the TKO merger to be complete. They'll sort out all of those pesky contracts like they did with Cody Rhodes, Charlotte Flair, Rey and Dominic Mysterio and Bayley at the end of 2023. But now it's February, 5 months after that merger was complete, and McIntyre still reportedly hasn't re-signed with WWE. Drew was asked about this on the West Australian while promoting Elimination Chamber Perth for next Saturday, to which he replied, "Oh no, I can't talk about that. Let the internet talk about it. I'll just keep watching every week. It's interesting. You know, I'm not the only one with a contract in WWE. It's just interesting that it seems to be mine that's on there every single week for a year straight." Yes, because yours is the next one to reportedly expire. Or is it? Fightful Select is reporting Drew's contract isn't actually expiring in April as was previously thought, because WWE have added on several months due to time he missed from injury or inactivity. But both sides are optimistic they'll reach a deal. Unlike last year, where Drew reportedly was frustrated with his creative direction and he allegedly stormed out of the building when CM Punk debuted at Survivor Series, maybe it was a work all along. Hashtag we want Cody. McIntyre has been one of the best characters in WWE since revamping himself in December. PW Insider reports that WWE is so confident he'll re-sign, they're currently factoring him in to long-term plans, which is why they're advertising him for the European tour in May and other dates as far as August. The Wrestling Observer has added Drew seems very happy so far with his new character, and he's really excited about it, and they're working with the idea that he's not going anywhere. He'll probably sign a new deal, but it's still just a probable until it happens. Oh, Meltzer, you tease. Yes, there's a possibility for Drew Galloway to AEW confirmed, but it's far more likely he stays in WWE, where he appears set for a WrestleMania XL World title match against Seth Rollins, and a feud later in 2024 against CM Punk, with a storyline he injured him in the Royal Rumble. Do you want Drew to win the world title from Seth? Let me know in the comments. Or maybe Drew Galloway to TNA confirmed. But not likely, going by the sudden loss of that promotion's momentum. Impact Wrestling took Hangman Page's "New Year, New Me, dumbass" mantra literally, rebranding themselves back under the TNA name at January's Hard to Kill pay-per-view, or Premium Live Event as they actually called it. The show and move was positively received by fans and wrestlers alike, and they immediately followed up that momentum with several great Will Ospreay matches and their Knockouts champion Jordynne Grace appearing in WWE's Royal Rumble. Obligatory Luke reaction. So TNA's parent company saw that momentum, saw that growth and went, nah. On the 7th of February, Anthem Sports and Entertainment announced Scott D'Amore's contract had been terminated. D'Amore had been with TNA for 20 years and was widely attributed with creating the behind-the-scenes strongly bonded family and the promotion's 2024 resurgence. Additionally, TNA's longtime executive supporter inside Anthem, Ed Nordholm, was reportedly moved off the brand to work elsewhere in the company. Dave Meltzer has now revealed the baffling timeline that led to D'Amore's departure. D'Amore had apparently often asked for more funds to grow TNA. They made plays for both Ospreay and Punk in late 2023, and they did get the former Dolph Ziggler, but D'Amore felt TNA had more potential. Unfortunately, Anthem, much like Ring of Honor's previous owner Sinclair, didn't see it that way. Since buying the promotion from Dixie Carter in 2017, they only really ever saw TNA as low-cost, risk-free content for their owned channels, like Axis. So they made the decision to cut D'Amore in early January. But then, the TNA rebrand happened on the 13th Hard to Kill show, their largest gate in a decade. Knowing he would be leaving the wrestling company he loved so much, D'Amore made an attempt to purchase TNA from Anthem the week after Hard to Kill, but they turned the offer down. Yet despite all that success and a leader who believed in the promotion, Anthem didn't reassess their decision and still went through with D'Amore's release, finally announcing it on the 7th of February. Meanwhile, Tony Khan's probably thinking about his next major announcement next week in the Impact Zone. Similar to the Rossi Ogawa situation in Japan, where him leaving Stardom will likely see that promotion's decline and an exodus of talent, this could be one of the biggest mistakes in Anthem's otherwise steady tenure owning TNA. D'Amore wasn't just a fantastic wrestling mind, he was also beloved by his roster, as Matt Cardona has posted. Scott D'Amore gave me an opportunity during the pandemic when WWE fired me and AEW didn't want me. Being in Impact gave me my confidence back, and I was able to go on and become the deathmatch king and indie god, and more successful than I've ever been. Hashtag we want Scott. Unsurprisingly, Meltzer has reported D'Amore's departure was not well received by a lot of talent, but actually surprisingly, that talent has grouped together and sent a letter to Anthem expressing their concerns. Fightful have published a letter from a group of unnamed TNA wrestlers signed "Your TNA Family." Oh my god, they're going to eventually turn that into a faction. And it reads as a very well-crafted, gratitude-expressing letter to Anthem for saving TNA from, quote, the brink of death. But we come to you to voice our concern for TNA Impact, our family, and its future and direction. It is our desire to have a dialogue with you and with the company in an effort to protect the present and the future of TNA Impact for you, for Anthem, for the fans, and for professional wrestlers. We feel strongly that a wrestling person needs to be intimately involved at a high level to ensure that the amazing company we have all built and product we have provided to our fans continues to grow and flourish. It is our opinion that the best possible person for that role was, is, and will be Scott. 2024 is unparalleled in wrestling history. In just a month and a half, we have had the heads of 3 different major wrestling promotions, Vince McMahon for WWE, D'Amore for TNA, and Rossi for Stardom, all leave their companies. Hopefully with D'Amore, he'll be back before AEW snap him up. While you wait for our Fall of the McMahons video tomorrow, check out our Bloodline Dynasty Explained now.